live on Sunday night. Am I correct? Yes, it's Sunday, April 12th, 2026. Welcome, everybody. Good to see y'all. Take your time, filter in. My allergies are still kicking my ass. And I'm trying to I got a new camera, and as you can tell, it probably sounds a little different. I'm using the microphone on that camera tonight just because I want to. Hello, Melissa Jennifer Jones, my doll. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in. Sign in. Let me know who's here, and we'll talk. I got some bunch of things I got to talk about, and I'm sure you do too. And we'll just have us a good time. We'll have us a good time tonight. You finally caught one. All right, Tommy Huxley, that's good. I'm glad. Good to be here. Got a few birthdays we're going to talk about. I got a couple of a song and an album I want to talk about. And got a picture I want to show you guys and whatever else comes up. Tommy, there you are. You know, I seen you last week. I didn't get to say hi. Comments was going by so fast. There's so many people here. And it just threw you off the board. Good to see you. Glad to have you back. It was always on Wednesday. Oh, man. You know, I just find a day sometimes and go with it. You know, usually I shut them down in the summertime, but right now I don't think I'm going to. I think I can work everything in. I'm going to try to keep Sundays going, but I may switch days again. You never know about me. These are kind of just, what can I say? Fun times for me, you know? It went down. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it just disappeared on me. I don't know. Now I'm running a new camera and I'm using the microphone on it tonight. I just couldn't get everything working. If you have problems hearing or seeing or whatever, let me know. Marty Martin, how you doing, bud? Good, thanks. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Hit the like. Oh, yeah, always hit the like button. You guys know that. Go watch some of my videos if you haven't seen them. You hear me very well today. Good. Good. Yeah, this is different. I got a different camera up. My webcam started messing up, and it wasn't acting right. I don't know. Can you tell any difference in the camera or anything? I can't. Really, not from this end. But anyway, I got this the DJI Osmos 3. It's like a vlogging camera. You know, where you hold it in your hand and you know you can video yourself. Hit a button, it'll turn around and video you or video what's in front of you. Anyway, it's even got a wireless mic I could clip on. I didn't do it. I'm just using the one that's on the camera. And I got it all already hooked up like this, and I'm just going to try to go this way with it tonight, and I'll check that webcam out tomorrow or something like that. But anyway, like I said, it's good to see y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, sign in, go watch some videos, you know, do something, help the channel, support the channel, make it go in these awful days of YouTube. Oh, let's see. What's going on? Beautiful day. Yeah, Florida, man. Yes, it is. I remember you're Steve, and you're across the water from me, right? You're over on the East Coast. See, I'm trying to... You guys change names like I change days when I do these, so it's hard for me to find y'all and keep everybody memorized who's who. And this sounds way better. Oh, wow. You know, maybe I might try to play a guitar later on and see how it sounds through there. maybe you might talk me into it. I don't know. Later on, after we go through things. Well, everybody's saying hello to each other, and looks like we're signing in. I've had the same name since birth. Yeah, you don't want to know my name. You wouldn't believe it anyway. Oh, I've got 3 or 4 YouTube channels, you know, and but this is my main one for music and everything. I guess I got to bring some of my old videos out. You know, yeah, I might. You never know. I'm still thinking. Don't hold me to this, guys, but I'm still thinking, trying to work on a way. There's a way that I see if I play songs on here and they get flagged for publishing rights. It don't hurt nothing. Usually there's not a copyright strike involved. I just don't like to take chances on them. They just want to claim the money. They just want the money for me playing the song. So, but what I can do, I can start what they call a webinar, and you can do whatever you want on them, and they're not broadcast like on YouTube or anything. It's just like, we'll be here just like we are right now, except it don't go anywhere. You know, don't go out over the internet. And that way I can play and sing and say what I want to. I don't have to worry about everybody else, you know, out on the interweb. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's Radio A1A. That's an internet radio station down here in Florida. Scotland. Man, happy. What was it? I heard the Three Stooges did a skit on Scotland. McMull, McLary, and McCurley. I'm McDock. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping in from Scotland, Moondog. I like that. I got a niece. She's in Ireland, I believe, though. She moved over there from the United States. Do I look at what before I flush? What the fuck you talking about? Hornback, good to see you. Oh, you're one. Oh, attention, everybody! Andrew Dusky, he wants attention, and he's gonna say all kinds of nasty stuff. You know. So we just kind of take care of that. You know. He's gone. Bye-bye. Pommy. Maybe someday. Yeah. Always wanted to travel to Scotland. Yeah, it is. What do you got there? in the land of $6.49 a gallon gas. We're still at $4 a gallon here. Oh, I have to every once in a while. They're just little assholes, you know, and they come on and just they're craving attention. You get them. They used to be a whole lot worse than they are now, but it's pretty simple. I mean, it isn't that I don't just remove their thing. I just totally ban them. They can't post nothing on my channel ever again. It's just one click and it's done. And the funny thing is, they don't understand how YouTube works. They're actually making posts, and they can see them, and they're the only one who can see them. All they do is help the channel, and they're making these goofy posts, and nobody sees them but themselves. It's called a shadow ban is how it works. A lot of people don't know that. But I block him. Oh, yeah. I'm just in one of them moods tonight. I don't usually curse too much, but, you know, I am a musician, and it was kind of hard sometimes not to. Oh, let's see. It's way too expensive everywhere. Moondog. What'd you say there, Moondog? Are you talking to me? Do I use radio band CB radios? No, I don't. I don't talk anywhere except on YouTube. When I'm out and stuff like that, I don't usually talk a whole lot. Just here. It does. It relieves stress sometimes. But I'm not like the Hodge twins and some of them guys, And they actually quit using a lot of language like that will actually, if you notice like my videos, I try to get around when I'm talking about something and the musicians and I'm talking about their life and they have used some language in there. I don't use it because there's a lot of advertisers that won't advertise when you use language like that. Now, I shouldn't have. There shouldn't be no ads running. You shouldn't see no ads when you come in here because I don't do that. But if you did, then I have to go back and claim that I cursed and all kinds of things like that. Oh, yeah, the power of the block's great. There's probably... Last time I looked, there was over 3,000 people that's blocked on my channel. I don't... Mainly what they get blocked for, not cursing, I don't mind that. They can say a bad word. It's when... Like this little, dickhead that came in. They'll come in... craving attention and stuff, and they'll say stuff trying to troll and get a rise out of people, and then they start a big long thread. Or people that come in and for no reason they'll just start a political thread in the middle of my music, or they'll start attacking other people for their opinion on something, and people like that, all they do is cause commotion and problems, and so I just ban them. I have since day one. But it's the power of the block. Hey, Scott Nickerson, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. You consider a doc on the Almond Betts new band? Probably not. As a matter of fact, I'm doing one. I got one in the making on the Allman Brothers themselves. I could do one, but it wouldn't do any good because YouTube wouldn't show it to people and people wouldn't get to see it. YouTube works real funny nowadays. I used to do documentaries on people like Danny Gatton and different ones like that. And YouTube would give what they call impressions. They would put my video out in front of a bunch of people. Now, when I upload a video, they'll put it out in front of 200 people, okay? And if those 200 people, if 25% of them don't watch that video and mostly watch it all the way to the end, they'll quit putting it out and they'll just shut it down. You know? And so if I would put a video out on the Allman Betts band, I'd put in, 15, 16 hours of work to do it, and nobody would get to see it. So usually I'm not doing videos on people that aren't, that the algorithm don't pick up, right now. I will later. If YouTube goes back to being old YouTube, my channel will go back like it used to be. If you notice, I only do one video a month right now. It's just not really worth my time to do them and put them out the way YouTube is. Once they get this AI and everything straightened out, things will be better. Yeah, Joe, that's what Joe did. I did some videos on Joe, but I'm trying to remember. He got out of James Gang because he got tired of playing three pieces. He said he was just tired of, being a loud Marshall player and playing three pieces, and got into the Eagles too. Also because he didn't like being out front. He said it was too much of a hassle. The Eagles fit him perfect to a T. And like I said, what's Joe been with him now? 50 years maybe? They got there all the way to gig in Detroit. Oh, yeah, they did. And Joe just decided to wing it. He sure did. And they got through it, and that's how they end up staying three-piece. Yeah, it's a pretty good video on Vince. We're going to talk about Vince here in just a minute. I'll let you guys go for a little bit, and then yeah. No, Joe didn't do a lot of singing, you know, but he did after that, you know, and sang some really good songs. Yeah, Joe's amazing. Great guitar player. I don't know how old he is now, probably about 78. He's still playing good. I really don't know how the singing's going. You don't hear much. You know, they keep a lot of the live stuff from the Eagles out, right? You know how Henley is. I haven't heard him sing in a while, but the Eagles has got so much stuff tracked and processed and things like that, you really will never know. Oh, yeah. I never seen Joe except with the Eagles. That was that was before they really put a thumb on him and kept him from clowning around. But the thing about Joe Walsh is he loved to play, and he had fun playing. There's no doubt. And he still does, to this day, I think. Yeah. Now, that was Felder's solo. Felder made that solo up. That's him. He was, but you know, him and Joe together, man, them guys, they wrote some killer music. They really did. All right, guys. Birthdays today. Can you pick the birthday boy out in that picture? Vince Gill, 69 years old today. Imagine that. 69. And that's him in the early years with Pure Prairie League. He played for them, and he sang quite a few songs. And did well with them. I really don't know. I don't know, Melissa, you watched the video I just put out on him. So I don't know why he really quit Pure Prairie League. I don't remember. I know I've read it, but I don't remember. But he sang, my favorite song he sang with them, with Pure Prairie League, was I'm Almost Ready. I thought that was a killer song. Here's another one. See how many people you can name in that picture? There's 4 people showing. And there's Vince playing a Telecaster. Can anybody name that? I'll tell everybody. Happy birthday, Vlad. 67. I'll be darned. You're a year older than me. Yeah, look at that picture. See if you recognize anybody in that picture. There's one right. That's Miss Bonnie Raitt on the left. Yep. 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 You got that. Okay, how about on the right? I'll give you a hint. One of them's the daughter of a famous singer, but she also sings too. Hornbeck, yeah, you're 66. He played a lot. He hung around a lot with Emmylou Harris. He played a lot with her. He played in a group with Vince called the Notorious Cherry Bombs. No guesses? I figured you'd get the gal. The gal behind The guitar neck is Rosanne Cash. That's Johnny Cash's daughter. And the gentleman on the right, he looks like Kevin Cronin. No, he's actually a really good singer and songwriter. His name's Rodney Crowell. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. He wrote a lot of songs. He wrote songs for Ricky Skaggs. He wrote songs for Emmylou Harris. He had a couple of albums out himself, but his name's Rodney Crowell, and that's him and Rosanne Cash and Bonnie Raitt. Let me see. Doc, have you done concerts over 50 years of the Statcast? I have it on DVD. I think it's a very good concert. Great variety lineup. No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. See if it's on YouTube. Drop me a link and I'll watch it. Yeah, I think that's it. He wanted to get off the road for a while. That might have been it. If you watch, I think I tell the reason in the video. You guys want to watch? Let me put that up there. You guys, let me see if I can find that. I don't have it here. Well, you can go on my channel and find it. It's a Vince Gill video. You'll enjoy it. If you like Vince, he's a great player, Here's another one. Now, see, Vince started out as a bluegrass player, and I have no clue. I can't think of the name of this band, but this is one of the bands he started with, and that's Vince there with the funny little hat on, the tallest one on there. Yeah, that was Vince Gill. Yeah, that was Rosanne. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of them, they all hung out together down in Nashville and around. Beer and Backroads, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Yep. Hi, man, how you doing? It's been a while, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. Hope everything's going good up in the northern part of Canada. Yeah, Rosanne Cash. Now, Vince Gill, probably some of his best stuff when he got to Nashville was sang with that lady right there. Anybody know who that is singing with him? Probably one of the best female singers I've ever heard. Happy birthday to your daughter, Florida man, for sure. Her and Vince, yep, that's who it is. There you go. Somebody nailed it. That's Patty Loveless. She sang harmony on a lot of Vince's albums. Song Pocket Full of Gold, Go Rest High on That Mountain. And then Vince sang on some of hers. I seen Patty live in 1993 or 94. And, she's just by herself. My God, she could sing. She was really good live. Yeah, no, that's Patty Loveless. And one more picture of Vince to wish him happy birthday. Can't forget his beautiful wife. That's Amy Grant. They've been married 26 years now. And she's a good singer, too. Amy Grant, very good singer. I'm going to remove some of these pictures while you guys are looking and talking. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, man. Excellent singer. Excellent. I've never met her. Yeah, she's good looking. But that's it. Vince Gill's 69 years old. And I did that video on him. And I really believe that Vince Gill is one of the true legends of country music. You know, I think he'll always be remembered. You know, what can I say? He's just been at the Grand Ole Opry, and he's played with, you know, Pure Prairie League, the Notorious Cherry Bombs, the Eagles. You know, this guy's played everything. And with, I don't know how many bands. You know, he used to play, I'm trying to think of who, he played with a bunch of people. I mean, he's always there. And I mean, he can walk right in the middle, you know, with Albert Lee and James Burton and all them guys, and hold his own on a guitar. He's just a great guitar player. Loveless. Yep, that's it, McGold. MG Cole. That's what I'll call you. MG. Now, you might be thinking of the rock group. These was the Notorious Cherry Bombs. There's a bunch of country players got together. I know Rodney Crowell was involved in it and everything like that. Yeah. Well, see, the thing was, Vince and Ricky Skaggs both were bluegrass players. And them bluegrass players play fast, man. I'm telling you. They are super fast. And Vince was right up there with all of them. Yeah, no, yeah, there's no doubt. You know, Vince fit in with the Eagles real well. There's no doubt about that. He did, and he wanted to play with them. As a matter of fact, I don't know what it is. One of you guys, if you want to look it up, you can. If you remember, right before the Eagles got back together in 93, 94, they come out with an album called Common Threads, and all these country artists recorded an Eagles song, and they put an album together. I know Travis Tritt was on it because he sang Take It Easy, but Vince Gill did a song on there, and I'm not sure what song he did. It might have been New Kid in Town, but I don't know. But Vince has always been a big fan of the Eagles. And, you know, that's how he got the Eagles back together for the first time. Get them all in the same room. Was Travis Tritt did that Take It Easy, and he wanted to do a video of it, and he had this idea that if he could get all the Eagles together, they could all go to this bar, shoot pool, and he could do the video and have the Eagles with him. And for some unknown reason, after 14 years, Glenn Frey says, you know, that's a good idea, I'll do it. Because Glenn was always the holdout. You know, 2 years before, in 1992, the Eagles was actually in the recording studio with new songs, ready to put an album down. Henley, Felder, Timothy B., and Joe Walsh, they was all there. And they were supposed to get back together. And at the last minute, again, Glenn Frey backed out. He said, I just don't want to put it together no more. I don't want to do it. He was really done. And it ended up that Travis Tritt was the one that got him back together, and Glenn came back together, and he said he felt comfortable around the guys again. And so that's how the Eagles ended up getting back together in 94. All right, Vince Gill, happy birthday. May you live as long as you want to, Vince. As the old comeback always is, and want to as long as you live. Another birthday today. Although this man's been dead and gone for, God, 30 years or more. Anybody know who that is? He's having a birthday today. He was born in 1932. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have trouble trying to pronounce his real name. Anybody know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. You guys are in there. Oh, what happened? Yep, that's Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim was born on April 12th, 1933 he was born, yeah. And in 1968, his single Tiptoe Through the Tulips went up to number 18, or number 17 on the singles chart. And he died of a heart attack in November of 1996. So 96, 06, 16, 26, 30 years ago he passed away. Not a bad looking character there, but man, he made a fortune out of looking ugly and singing in a falsetto and acting weird, and that was all a shtick. That was all put on. He wasn't like that in real life. He just did that for the stage. Yeah. A lot of ukulele players Tiny Tim was actually very, very good on the ukulele. He could really play it more than Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And they always, a lot of the bigger uke players kind of frowned on him because he kind of give it a bad name in a way. But he could actually play really well. He just did what he did because it made him money. His name, and I'm going to try to pronounce it. Maybe I'd be better. I'm going to put his real name. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to put his real name in the comments. And I'm going to try to pronounce it, and you guys can laugh at me, all right? There. That's coming up. Herbert Boutros Khari. Khari. And he also changed the middle name to Buckingham one time. But that is his real name. And it's a happy birthday to him. Up in heaven. Yeah, see, he forced that smile to show his gums and everything. He'd pull his lips back to do that. K is silence. Hari. You know why I pronounced the K? When I was a kid, we played baseball in a leagues, and it was called the Corey League, and it was spelled Khoury. It was called Corey League. So that's why I pronounced it. But you might, I agree with you. It might be right. It might be Hari. Hornback, take care of yourself, my friend. Thanks for coming by. God bless you. And yours and yours. And we say happy birthday to Tiny Tim. All right. That's the two birthdays that I want to talk about. Now I got something that I really want to talk about music. And this happened April 12th in 1954. And this gentleman right here recorded a song called Rock Around the Clock. And it was recorded on this day in 1954. Holy cow, that's a long time ago. Anybody want to figure it out how long ago it was? And a few things about the song. I don't know if you knew or not. It is not considered the first rock and roll song. Rock Around the Clock was not considered the first rock and roll song. But it was considered the first rock and roll hit song. The very first one, a mega song, that went up there. And let's see. yeah, worldwide #1. What they said was, um, it sold over 25 million copies. Can you imagine that? Especially back in that time. Now through the years, yeah, it's picked up a little bit. But, and here's something else too. This song was actually recorded by another group, an Italian-American band, Sunny Day, D-A-E, and his Knights. And he recorded that about 2 weeks before Bill recorded it. And here is another thing that 72 years, okay? 72 years ago, that song was recorded. And if you find the original 45 of it, you'll find that song was on the B side of the 45. It was a B-side song. It was not an A song. Anybody know what the A-side song was? I did not know this. I'll give you a chance if you think you might know. You can look it up if you want. I had never heard the song by Bill Haley in the Comets. I had heard the song. As a matter of fact, I played the song because I used to play with a guy that played everything Danny Gatton ever put out. I played bass in a 3-piece band. And Danny Gatton did a cover of this song that was the A side. Anybody know? No. Yeah, it threw me too. I didn't even know it. But the song, let's see, was recorded before. Yeah, it was recorded before Rock Around the Clock, and the song was called 13 Women and Only One Man Around. Now, I'll tell you something. If you want to hear the song the way I knew it, it's kind of close to Bill Haley, but I learned this song because Danny Gatton had played it and sang it. I'm going to put a link to it. If y'all just want to look at it, I'll show it to you right there. That's Danny Gatton doing this song. And if you want to click it, you can save it and go back and look at it later, or just listen to it. You get an idea of what the song was like by Danny Gatton. If you want, you can look it up. Bill Haley's version's on there too. Yeah, it was a good title. The song's actually pretty good. I enjoyed playing it. And this guitar player, like I said, he was really fantastic playing. God, I bet you I know, or used to know, a dozen Danny Gatton instrumentals and stuff. And then I used to sing some of the rockabilly stuff he did, like Mystery Train and things like that. Anyway, Bill Haley was born William John Clifton Haley, July 6, 1925, in Highland Park, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit. His mother was from England, Ulverston, Lancashire, I don't know, England. Here, I'll put it in there. You English people, maybe the guy from Scotland will know. I'll put it in the comments anyway. And Lancashire, England. That's where his mother was from, so she was English. Yeah, Danny Gatton was a monster, man. And here's something else about, let's see if I got another picture of Bill somewhere, I think. Yeah. No? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. A thing about Bill was, I forget what caused it. I don't think I have, Bill, when Bill was 4 years old, he had to have surgery to undergo an inner ear mastoid operation to remove diseased cells from the spaces in the mastoid bone, which is just behind your right ear. Okay? Unfortunately, an optic nerve was accidentally severed in the operation. You know, this operation would have been what? He was born in 25, so this would have been in 1929, 1930. And Bill was permanently blind in his left eye. Okay? Now, Bill was permanently blind in his left eye, and they said that, what do you call it, that little curl, a kiss curl? He would put that over his right eye to try to draw people away from seeing his left eye. Because even though the eyeball isn't damaged, when you go blind in an eye, I don't know, you might be able to see it in mine. Like I told you, I'm blind in my left eye. If I take my glasses off, look at my left eye. See how it comes down a little bit? Because I don't see anything out of it. And Bill put that curl up there thinking it would draw people from looking at his eye, which he worried about. You know, it bothered him. But that's the reason for the curl. And he died in 1981 in Harlingen, Texas. He was only 55 years old. He'd been struggling with alcoholism for several years, which contributed to ill health, and he was found dead in his bed by a visiting friend. His death was attributed to likely a heart attack. But that was something, you know, about Bill. Okay, let me see. Let me get back to comment. I might play something right before we go here. I'll play a song. I don't mind. I will. I'm not bashful. I don't care. People comes on and trolls me and tells me I suck. I can laugh at it or I can delete them. It don't matter to me. But that, you know, and one more thing. There's one more thing I want to put up. Everybody know who that is? Of course you do. Something else happened on this date. Yep, that's who it is. And on this date, let me find one more image file here. Anybody remember this album? Probably, man, I played the grooves out of this album. This album was released, 1975, so 51 years ago today, this album was released. It had Turn the Page on it, Nutbush City Limits, Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser, Catman Dude, Jody Girl. That was a killer album. And it was released 51 years ago. God, we're getting old, folks. And I'm going to show one more picture, and then I'll play a song for y'all. I want to put one more picture up. Let's guess the guitar players, okay? I found a picture, and it's got some great guitar players in it, okay? So I want you to get ready to look at it, and see how many of these guitar players you can name all together at one time. Are you ready? Go. There's some really major talent right there. There was only one that I didn't know. One I didn't know, and one I wasn't sure of. Let's put it that way. Starting M, yeah. Yep. Brain, I know what you meant. Yeah, we got Brian Setzer in there, that's for sure. Lemmy, no. No, Lemmy's not there. No, Gilmore's there, but unless the picture's backwards the way you guys are seeing it, Gilmore's on the far right, the way I see it. He would be on the left facing that way. There you go. Johnny's back there. That's his head sticking up with the cowboy hat. No, no Waylon. Let me see. The guy on the extreme left, okay, he's more known as a studio musician. He was in the Blues Brothers movie. There you go. That's him with the fringe jacket on. The guy on the far left is Steve Cropper. Okay? Gilmore's on the right for you. Okay, yeah. I meant the other left. I thought that's what you meant. I know, yeah, that's right. That's Gilmore. All right. No. I'll go ahead and... no, nobody from Bon Jovi there. Yeah, it gets complicated. And you know what it is? It's that damn delay in between. Like, you guys are about 5 seconds behind me. I'll go ahead and name them. All right? The one guy, all right, I'm going to start from my left. All right, that's Steve Cropper. Next to him is Brian Setzer. The guy in the sunglasses, that's the one that threw me. I got to lay off this stuff. That is a guy named Link Ray. He's actually a pretty old guy there. He was kind of a rockabilly player years ago, had some albums out and things. All right? So we got Steve Cropper, Brian Setzer, Link Ray, and the guy right there next to him, man, I thought you guys would have that one. I thought you'd have that one. That's Dickie Betts from the Allman Brothers. Next to Dickie is Dave Edmunds, another great guitarist. And behind there in the back, just sticking his little white head up, is Johnny Winter, then Neil Schon, and David Gilmour. Yeah, David Gilmour. This was called the Guitar Greats Concert at the Capitol Theater in New Jersey. And it was all together. This was November of 1984. There was a girl there, the girl guitar player. Lita Ford was there. That's not in the picture. And somebody else was there. But they captured all these. They got all these guys together and rounded them all up. Yeah, Bad to the Bone guy. You're thinking of no, I can't think. You guys give me mental blocks. Oh, you got bets? I didn't. Yeah, I mean, these things are flying past me, dude. I have trouble. George Thorogood's the Bad to the Bone guy. He's not on there. Yeah, Lita. See, I'm hitting the wrong things, man. My eyesight's going, guys. Yeah, I didn't know him either. I had to look that up. Yeah, George Thorogood. That's who I meant. Yeah. He looked like that. Oh, Lord. I don't know what I got going. Shame I don't drink at night anymore. Maybe that settled me down. All right. That's about all I had I wanted to show you. I thought that was pretty cool, though. I thought that was a great picture. A lot of great guitar players there. And all different walks of life, too. You know, like Cropper, he played with Booker T and the MGs. And recorded on God knows how many albums down there in Memphis. He wasn't, what studio was that? I can't think of it. The one Elvis, and it wasn't Sun Studio, it was the other one that Elvis recorded one of his last good albums at. He was in the house band there. That's some great. You know, I'm wondering, I got a picture somewhere on a Brian Setzer video that I done. I think I may have showed it here. And there's a picture of Brian Setzer, Dickie Betts, and Johnny Winter all showing their tattoos on their arms and stuff. I wonder if that picture might have been taken this same evening. I don't know if I could find, I don't think I got that picture here. Let me look. Play a ditty. All right, I'll play a ditty. Let's see if I can find a guitar. If it'll work. You guys can hear me okay here now, huh? Let me see if I got a guitar down here. I got an acoustic guitar. I'm gonna play the electric. It gets loud. Let me see. I'm looking around. I need to put a tuner on it. This thing's been laying around for a couple of days. You hear that? Let's put this on right. Here I am. That works pretty good. See how many copyright claims I can get on me tonight, huh? Now you gotta remember, guys, I probably pick up a guitar maybe 2 or 3 times a week around here at the most. And it's usually an electric. I don't play acoustic unless I go out. I'm gonna go into the kitchen, fix me something good to eat, make my life a little high to hold it complete, and lay around the shanty, put a good buzz on. Now pass it to me, baby, pass it to me slow, take some time to smile a while before you let go, and lay around the shanty, put a good buzz on. Ain't nothing left to do There's always room for one more. Roll it, light it, pass it, baby, close the doors. Lay around the shanty, put a good buzz on. Every night and day, gonna lay around the shanty and put a good buzz on. There you go. There's your song for the night. How's that? I haven't heard that song in years. I don't think I've sang that song in years. Oh. I don't know if it'll hear it or if they'll all Here, I'll do. Let me see if I can do this here. This is a Florida song here. I learned this song. Well, I didn't learn it. I don't learn any song. They stick in my head from being a little kid. I'm just going to do a little bit of this one. This is a song. When I was a little kid, my mom had this Harry Belafonte live album. I think it was at Carnegie Hall. And this song was on there. Well, years later, I heard an old country singer named Don Williams do this song. But anyway, I picked up on it, and somebody asked me one time, asked me if I knew this song. And I said, I don't know, never tried to play it before, but I'll try it. You know, I'd try anything as long as I could make a little money, you know. But anyway, here's a little bit of this song. Down the way where the nights are gay, the sun shines daily on the mountain tops. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl here in Kingston town. My heart is down, my head is turning around. Had to leave a little girl here in Kingston town. That was an old song. I know a lot of old stuff. That's all I know anymore. I haven't learned a new song. Yeah, that was Harry Belafonte was. I think he was the first one to do it, man. As far as I know, it may have been written for him. I don't know. I'll do a little bit of this is a Jim Croce song. I don't know if that was right or not. Well, I had just got out from the county prison doing 90 days for non-support. They tried to find me an executive position, but no matter how smooth I talked, they wouldn't listen to the fact that I was a genius. Man says we got all that we can use. I got them steadily depressing, loading my message and working at the car wash blue. You know I should be sitting in an air-conditioned office in a swivel chair. talking trash to some secretaries. He's saying, hey now mama, come on over here. Instead of stuck here rubbing his fingers with a rag and walking home in soggy old shoes, with them steadily depressing and loading my missing, working at the Cowboys Blues. I got them steadily depressing and loading my missing, working at the Cowboys Blues. And there you have it. Oh Lordy, what the heck? Yeah. There you go. Here's a couple of songs for you. That's it for me. I just don't play and sing that much anymore. Put that back on the stand there. And there we have it. There's a few songs for you. Thank you, Florida man. Let me get my mouse back here. Tennessee Ernie Ford was my oldest recollection. I grew up on music. My mom and dad listened to music all the time. I can remember music from the time I can remember. We play it. No problem. Hopefully we'll get by with that. Like I said, someday I'm going to start one of them webinars. What I'll have to do, I have to have y'all's email address. And once I get one, I can put it on. I can sit down and play for an hour. I can play any song I want to, and I don't have to worry about it. Because it don't go out over YouTube or the internet. We just, it's just like we're in this chat right here, and we can do it. So, I'm going to try and do that with y'all. And we can get together on some night, like maybe a Wednesday night or Thursday night, something like that. And what it is, I'll just send out an email with the link. And then you'll be able to just go to the link, and what you'll do, you'll just come in to a chat just like this, except we're not on the internet. We're just here like that. And we can, I can sit and play and sing songs, and we can talk, and I can show pictures or videos of anything, and I don't have to worry about it, about any kind of, getting any copyright claims and stuff like that. Thank you, sir. Always like a good round of the clap of applause. Always like that. We used to go down along the coast out here, and we'd play out on the streets. They got a couple of different places down on the water you can go. And I used to have a buddy I'd go down there with. He played percussion. He played a couple different little drums he had. And all we'd take was a guitar and them drums. We sat there on the street and play, like a bunch of old farts. We didn't do it really for the money. We just did it for the fun of it. But people throw money in your guitar case and everything. I'd sit there and play and sing till I went hoarse. A lot of like Jimmy Buffett songs. Everybody down here wants to hear Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy Buffett. And so I played Jimmy Buffett, and they loved it. Because I can't sing rock and roll stuff real high anymore. My voice won't do it. It's true. When you get older, you can't do it. I understand what these guys are going through now in their 70s, trying to sing the songs they sang back in their 20s, 50 years ago. It's impossible to do. But me, I can just pick and choose what I want to. So, well, guys, it's getting that time to pick it up, pack it up, and head down the highway. Actually, I'm just going to head to the bedroom. I got some things to do this week, and I moved some plants. I had a couple hibiscus plants I had to move around and get them. They were getting too much water from the water drain off. I had to move them to a different spot. I did that this weekend. I got a video I'm working on the Allman Brothers. I was supposed to get it done this week. I didn't do it. I got to get it done this coming week. It's got to be done. I got to get it out. Because I do want to try to keep one video a month coming in. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it, man. I really do. But, yeah. So what do you think? Is this new camera setup and microphone all right? Is it better, actually? Because if it is, I might just use this. Because all I got to do is just screw it on a tripod and everything like that. Thank you, Melissa. You do that too, hon. Yeah, God bless you too, Florida, man. Looks and sounds just fine. All right. Looks pretty good for an old guy, huh? Sounds clear enough. That's all that makes it, man. Okay, I'll use this setup then. I mean, you know, I was using. Here's the camera I was using right here. I had that one. Can you see that? I don't know. Probably be backwards. But I was using that one. And then I had this old let's see, what's the thing? It's an old AKG mic. It's actually a good recording mic back in its day. It's a C2000B, and I was using that for the audio, and I got my my big one over here, this one. I mean, you've seen this one, but I use this one mostly for doing the documentaries. It's much better for them, and I have to have it stuck in front of my face. The damn thing gets in the way, so I don't want to mess with it. That's cool. I might do that. Well, you know what? We'll just use this one. I'll try it again next week. I just got to put it up because it sets up on a stand here, and Molly, my cat, gets up here. She's big and fat, and I don't want her to knock it over because that little webcam costs $100 or so. This camera here costs $700, and I don't want her to knock it over and break it. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, it's a $high camera. I don't use it that much. I just bought it. You know, I buy a lot of that stuff sometimes. I need a tax write-offs for this channel. You know, what money it does make. You know, if I don't buy something, they just go back into taxes, and they keep a lot of taxes on me and everything. So I just buy stuff, and I bought that camera, and I just never really used it. All right. It is time to go, guys. Pick it up, pack it up, and head on down the highway. Thank you all you guys and dolls. Thank you for stopping in, and we'll be back here next Sunday night. I will be here with bells on my toes and no rings on my fingers. I don't wear rings on my fingers. I don't like them. You get it? Take care, guys. Peace. We're out of here.